The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The apostles gathered together with Jesus and reported all that they had done and taught. He said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest a while." People were coming and going in great numbers, and they had no opportunity even to eat. So they went off in the boat by themselves to a deserted place. People saw them leaving, and many came to know about it. They hastened there on foot from all the towns and arrived at the place before them. When he disembarked and saw the vast crowd, his heart was moved with pity for them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he began to teach them many things. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
One day, a woodsman challenged another woodsman to an all-day wood chopping contest. And the challenger worked very hard all day chopping down trees. He only took a very brief break for lunch. But the other woodsman, he took a much more leisurely lunch. He took a whole hour off. And he took several other breaks during the day. At one point, he took a nap. Well, when the day was done, the challenger was surprised and a little bit annoyed to find that the other woodsman had actually chopped substantially more wood. I don't get it, he said. Every time I looked over, you were taking a rest, and yet you chopped more wood than I did. But you didn't notice, said the winning woodsman, that I was sharpening my axe every time I sat down to rest. Hard work is definitely a virtue, one we need more of sometimes. But so is the ability to rest. Like in everything in life, there's a balance, and there's an art to be able to relax, to leave your work behind from time to time, if for no other reason so that you can work harder when you have to in the future, or so you can at least remember that life is not all about work. I am very blessed to work with some of the hardest working, most talented, most dedicated people I think I've ever met in our parish staff here at St. Michael and St. Mary. And to work with such dedicated people, we're very blessed to have so many dedicated people working for us as a parish and who do so much to build up the church. In these last few years, they have worked a lot harder, building up ministries after COVID, coming up with creative things like the luau and catechesis of the Good Shepherd. They've been working on engaging our larger community and keeping the parish running while I'm off doing my other job as the vocations director for the diocese. But for a variety of reasons, and I'm sure there's going to be hard work ahead in the months and years ahead, but for a variety of reasons, our parish staff has been feeling at the moment the call to loosen the bowstring a little bit. If you always leave the bowstring tightened, it loses strength. So let's spend some time sharpening the axe. And let's hear the invitation of Jesus from the gospel today. Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest for a while. And so we did. Last Thursday, we had our annual staff retreat day and was up at Merry Meeting Lake at a lake house. It's a beautiful spot. It's out of cell phone coverage, so we couldn't get any phone calls, any emails. If you were trying to reach us, sorry about that. But it's good to get away from time to time. And it was a beautiful day by the lake. Much time was spent floating on the water and going on a boat ride and enjoying good food, enjoying the sun. It was finally a day of low humidity, temperatures not in the 90s. You need days like that where you can just rest and be with people you love, be with God, enjoy the beauty of nature. And I was very much thinking of Psalm 23 while we were up there. In verdant pastures, you give me repose. Beside restful waters, you lead me. You refresh my soul. But it wasn't just last Thursday. We've been feeling as a staff the desire over these next many months, to, even in the midst of all our busyness, to rest more in Jesus. And so the way we put it in our staff day, we said the most important work we can do right now for the rest of this year is to embrace this year of prayer. To be honest, I didn't even know it was a year of prayer until a couple months ago. Someone told me it. But apparently, Pope Francis declared 2024, in preparation for the Jubilee year in 2025, to be a year dedicated to prayer. And as soon as we heard that, it kind of clicked with us. He said, oh yes, that is the work we should be about this year. because I know it clicked for me personally. At the beginning of 2024, I spoke to the bishop and said, I've been doing my job as vocation director for 7 years now, and it's been good. I've learned a lot. I've grown doing it, but that's a long time to do a high-pressure job like that, and I'm trying to balance it with being pastor of 2 big Seacoast parishes. And how about sometime in 2024 we find me a replacement vocation director? And the bishop listened, and I'm very pleased to say that he did find me a replacement, and on August 1st, I'll be giving up that job. See the smile on my face. But I have to say, first of all, I'm very pleased I was able to discern kind of the right time to leave that job. I'm not leaving it burnt out, and I'm very happy to be able to spend more time now here in the parish. But I also know myself. I can be a bit of a workaholic. And I know I could easily take all that new time I have and say, okay, let's start 50 new projects in the parish. And that could be good, or it could be really bad. I'm feeling very much the invitation of Jesus right now to say, before you do that, why don't you come away and rest for a while? Come reconnect with me, reconnect with your relationship with God, reconnect in prayer. Because these times to rest are few and far between, and the time to work is going to come soon enough. Your heart is going to start being moved for all the sheep out there who are without a shepherd, and you're going to find plenty to do. So while you have the chance, reconnect with what is most important. And I know that really clicked for our whole staff as well, because you can work as hard as you want in ministry. You can work as hard as you want in anything. But if you're not continually going back to the well, if you're not reconnecting with your relationship with God, with your prayer, if you're not remaining united to the vine like branches, then you can't do much anyways. You certainly can't do anything of lasting value that will bear fruit, because without me, Jesus says, you can do nothing. I know a priest who every summer after Independence Day, he would always say, well, it's after the 4th of July, summer's over. And of course, summer's not quite over, but his point was it's going to be over soon enough. So take advantage while you can. And, if we have not taken any time this summer yet to slow down, to be quieter, if we've not taken any time this summer to spend more quality time with loved ones, with friends, to spend more quality time with God in prayer, why do we think it's going to happen when things get busier again, when the school year starts back up? Take advantage of this time now. This is important time. This is a time to do the most important work you can do, which is to work on your relationship with God, work on your relationships with other people, to rest, to put aside all the busyness. And so if you have a chance, take a summer vacation. Leave your work behind. Tell your boss you're up at Merry Meeting Lake or something, but leave it behind. And if you can't get away for a vacation, take a day at home. Take a retreat day. Put aside distractions. Put aside noise and be quiet. Go find some beautiful water. There's so much beautiful water around here in Newmarket. Go find a quiet space and sit by the still waters. Reconnect with Jesus, your good shepherd who loves you. And embrace this year of prayer. Find some quiet time at home every day. Maybe it's early in the morning before people get up, or it's late at night after people go to bed, but some quiet moment to reconnect with the source of life. Okay? Once a week, come here to the church. The doors of this church are almost always open. Come and spend some time here with God. Sit in the pew and just be still and know that God is here. But this is important time. This is important work that we have to do. The work of resting. The work of praying. If we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? Summer is over. And the work of the harvest will soon begin again.